Okay, so week 4, our second part of starting a conversation. Check out the other videos to find out about ponds, filling those ponds, and then beginning the conversation through a relationship. Now, just a reminder, relationship always comes before gospel, okay? We want to build a relationship out of love, and then we will find opportunities to share gospel. And just a quick refresher from last week, you can begin a relationship or begin a conversation through introducing yourself, through meeting a perceived need, or through finding some common ground that you can have a conversation over. And then as you begin to get to know that person better, you're going to find some deeper stuff about them, which is going to lead to opportunities. Now, there are natural flows in every person's life that lead to these opportunities, times when they're more receptive to the gospel. And that's what you want to begin looking for. Sometimes the gospel is just going to happen through a conversation. You're just going to get there. But often enough, you're listening to them, understanding them, and then conversation is going to come up where you can suddenly say, hey, I can pray about this for you, or I know who can solve that problem in your life. And so those are the conversations that we're beginning to look for. So just a couple of examples of what that might look like is this, okay? Some real times that people are really receptive to the gospel, and once again, we aren't using these situations. We're not taking advantage of these situations. We're just recognizing that these are natural times in everybody's life where they're more receptive to hearing the gospel message. One is change. Okay, so a change is anything that's happening in your life that is out of the ordinary. Okay, that could be something like moving. Okay, if someone just moved into your neighborhood, a lot of times that means that they're a little more willing to jump into a deeper relationship because they don't know anybody and they need those relationships in their life, which leads to an opportunity to share the gospel. Another example of times in everybody's lives where they're more receptive is loss or hurts. Okay, so if there has been a death in their family, or if they're hurting as a result of something, that's another time when they're going to be more receptive to hear the gospel. So for instance, if someone you know has lost their job, that's a hurt in their life. That's also a change. It's a time when they're going to be a little more receptive to hearing about Jesus and what he has done for them, his redemptive work in their life. And the third one, so we've got changes, we've got losses or hurts. We also have, we'll call these hang-ups. Okay, if you're talking with someone and you've built a relationship with them, and you know that, hey, they're struggling in their marriage, or maybe they have an addiction issue that they're wrestling through, and they're being real about that with you, that is the perfect time to share Jesus with them. Now, what does that look like? Okay, we get here, we've gotten to know them, we've built this relationship, and now as a result of us showing them love, we have this opportunity to share the gospel with them. First off, it can start with this, and this is super simple, okay? Simplest sentence in the world, right here. Hey, can I be praying for you about that? Yeah, this is pretty easy, right? Practice it with me. Hey, could I be praying for you about that? And here's the goal, okay? Don't say, hey, can I pray for you about that, and then walk away and not pray for them. Don't just pray for them about it, but actually follow up. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, can I be praying for you about this situation? And then a couple days later, a week later, whatever, you're going to follow up and you're going to say, hey, I've been praying for you. How is this going in your life right now? And now you have opened the door to a real conversation, a real opportunity to share Jesus into their lives. And in just a few weeks, you're going to hear about how you can share your story and share God's story when you find these opportunities.